Hi guys, how are we doing? How are you guys doing? I, as always, hope you are doing amazing and wonderful and beautiful. Let's talk about grief and deep, heavy emotions, shall we? Now, this past month for me has been rough, guys. I have felt like I've been under the waves and it's been rough. It's been one of the most heavy months that I've had in a minute. But it has brought so much to light and has been teaching me so much. And I just want to share that with you guys. To whoever may be experiencing grief, or maybe you have pushed it in the back burner, and maybe not just grief, but deep, heavy emotions, sadness, anger, right? I want you to know that you are valid in what you are feeling and what you may be experiencing at the moment. Grief is one of the most confusing emotions because it's one of those things that come up out of nowhere sometimes, in happy moments and in sad moments. It lives in both. It really does. And it's such a bittersweet feeling sometimes because grief doesn't necessarily always have to be sad. Like let's say you're moving houses, or you're moving locations, that grief of like losing your old home or moving out of that whole old home is like bittersweet because it's like, I love this home, I'm grateful for this home, but at the same time, I'm done with you, I'm on to the next, right? So grief doesn't, I feel like it's definitely multifaceted. And the one thing that I've really, really am taking in, and the lessons that I've been really taking in, is learning to feel my emotions in the moment and not judging what is coming up for me. How often do we do that to ourselves, guys, where maybe we're feeling sadness, maybe we're feeling anger, and these emotions are strong, they're heavy. And because they are that, it's very easy for us to be like, oh no, like shut it down. I don't want to feel you right now. I want to drink it away. I want to smoke it away, right? I don't want to deal with you right now. But the thing is, guys, we think we're doing something good for ourselves. We think it's safe for ourselves to do that. But in reality, we are shutting it down. We are pushing it down. Whenever we don't feel an emotion in the moment, it gets stored. It gets stored in our body for us to feel later. Or the truth is, it might manifest into something physical. Sorry, it might manifest into something physical. And I don't want to, blame. I'm not blaming people's sicknesses on whatever, like on them, right? But a lot of physical sicknesses that happen in this world are tied to your mental and your emotional health and your ability to be able to regulate and feel those emotions. I lost my mom when I was 12, guys. And when you're that young, okay, just about to be a teenager, it's a weird, your hormones are going fucking crazy. You don't know, you're changing, you're growing, and now the person that created you died, right? Now, personally for me, because I was young, I did not feel my emotions, guys, the way, like I cried, but I did not cry like the way that, I'm not saying not in the way that I should have, but it's like I shut down a lot of emotions. I didn't allow myself to feel it because it was so painful. And when something is so painful, it's like we don't want to sit in that as a human being. Like as human beings, we don't like pain, right? But I think subconsciously a part of us continue the pain, right? By not feeling the pain, we continue the pain, which is like, what the fuck, right? It's such a paradoxical type thing. It's like we think by shutting it down, it's doing us justice, but it's adding more stress. It's adding more to the boxes that are inside of you. So no matter what age you are, okay? I don't care what age you are. Learn to recognize what is going on within your body and feel it in the moment, my love. Because what I've learned in the analogy that I've learned from my community, this isn't me, I'm not trying to steal anybody's analogy or ideas or whatever, but the analogy that they were using was, when you're in pain like that, when you're feeling that pain, guys, it is the equivalent to your inner child or just yourself coming to you and telling you, I am in pain. I am feeling this pain right now. I need you. I need you to see me. I need you to be the one to feel this. But every time we deny it and we don't feel it in the moment, it is equivalent to telling that inner child, that inner self, shut up. And when that was explained to me in that way, it really made me be like, okay, like, wow, it is equivalent to that. Because the minute I started, guys, this past month, where every time I'm feeling those heavy emotions, every time something comes up, I've been allowing myself to feel it. I'm like, damn, like, after I cry, whatever, I feel better after. But it was because I didn't shut it off in the moment. I allowed myself to feel it. We often don't allow ourselves to feel certain emotions because we're judging the emotions that we're feeling. Like, we judge ourselves, and that is the biggest thing. It's like, you need to stop, like, when you're feeling that, whatever it may be, stop judging yourself. Get away from the people that are telling you you're too emotional, you're too this, you're too that, because they're just shutting you off even more. Be the parent that you never got. You are your own internal parent. And that's one of the biggest things. I'm like, you can harp and cry all you want, Gabby, about not getting the love that you want, but you're at an age right now that you can give that to yourself. You are able to reparent yourself. So if you have that, everybody has that luxury because it is something internal. You can do it. Start doing that. Be full of yourself. That's another phrase that that has been popping up into the healing space. I have a healing community that I always go to, and that phrase has been popping up a lot, where it's like, be full of yourself enough to allow yourself to feel what you're feeling. It's gonna be hard, guys. You're gonna feel like you're underwater sometimes. You're gonna feel like you might be drowning sometimes. But those are the times that the most emotional work is happening. Genuinely, it's crazy because that crazy emotional feelings that you are feeling, because they're so intense, you might think, nah, this is not what I need. No, bitch, that is what you need. You need to allow it to flow through you and not allow it to stop at your heart or stop at your gut or your root or whatever. And this is a process. You're going to go a couple steps forward some days, and then maybe the next day you might feel uncomfortable again and then slip right back into those negative coping mechanisms or whatever it may be that you're using. My whole point of this video, be the person that you need. Because at the end of the day, like, yes, you can get love and help and support from other people, which I think is very much needed. But at the end of the day, like, you're going to give yourself the love that you need fully. But you have to allow yourself to do that. You have to be vulnerable with yourself enough to do that. Allow yourself to be vulnerable with yourself. Look in the mirror, fucking cry, scream, yell, whatever you need to do. But that is what's going to create that fullness within yourself. That alignment within yourself. This is something that I am currently going through, and it's rough, guys. I'm not gonna lie. It's a hard thing to do. Facing yourself, facing your shadows, okay? It is. It's not, oh, nilly-willy, blah, blah, blah. Nope. It's deep and hard work. But you got it. And we need to do this because our civilization is becoming more and more numb. People are killing each other. People are celebrating people's attempted assassination attempts. What the fuck? I don't care. Like, how? Like, I don't care how. Like, how? Yeah, that might be a bad person, but wishing death upon a person, like, I could never, So I think it's a very crucial time for us to just allow ourselves to flow with what we're feeling and stop ignoring it, because what has that ever done except put more pressure and resistance on yourself? You know? You got this. Whoever's watching this, you got this. And I believe in you. But you got to believe in yourself first. You have to see yourself first before you expect anybody else to want to see you. See yourself first. It's the truth. Ooh. Ooh. It's the truth. Okay. I love you guys. You got this. Become your own best friend. Be the anchor for yourself. Be that anchor for yourself. Anchor into yourself. Okay. I love you guys.